And as I always like to say, I think we're live. Let me triple check audio and visual. Modern technology. Okay. Let me see. Say something, Sunny. Modern technology. Okay, hey, we're live. Hey guys, what's going on? Sunny here from Online Sales Funnel Academy, coming to you from my home office in Twin Falls, Idaho. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Sunday morning here in Twin Falls, and I thought I would come live for just a little bit this morning and talk about a framework that I wrote my book about. So I have, if we haven't met yet, my name is Sunny, and I'm the author of the book Live Selling Secrets, the top secret formula for 10xing your physical product sales online. So this is for anybody who sells physical products. That could be jewelry, it could be hair care, it could be clothing, it could be anything that you would sell or find in a gift store. And I wanted to come live today and talk about some of the frameworks for success, so that I have, not only have I experienced, but I've used to grow a client to over $1 million in sales in the last 4 years. So if that is of interest to you, and if you're someone who is looking to either continue to do live selling and get better at it, or add it to your existing model, then this is for you guys. So guys, we're going to be jumping in. I'm going to be showing you a chapter in my book today. This is called live selling. So it's actually an acronym. It's L-I-V-E. And we're going to be going over the 4-part framework today of the L-I-V-E formula that you could also put into your business if you want to have success. Okay, now I think it's important to do a little bit of a story here. So back in the day, if you've listened to some of my other live streams, you'll know that when I started, I was and I have been a digital marketer first. And what happened was, in 2019, right before the pandemic, I reached out to a glass blower on Etsy. His name is Cerone, and he owns Cerone Glass. And he literally blows these glass pumpkins over here. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I reached out to him to see if I could work with him as his marketer, to see if I couldn't get a little bit of a small testimonial, a small win in exchange of me helping him run his ads. He would in turn, do a testimonial video for me and say, Sunny did a great job, or something like that. That's what we do in the industry. So I reached out to him and we started working together, and no sooner did 60 days later did the pandemic hit, right after we had started doing our marketing together. And we had a really slow start. We were just putting $1 in and getting $1.25 back out on Facebook, which was still good. We're getting 1 to 2 sales a day, and that was better than he had. But after the first 6 or 7 months in 2020, we ended up deciding to make a Facebook group for his business. And we turned it private, and we started running ads to the Facebook group. Okay. So by the way, that is the first part of the formula. And we're going to be breaking it down even further in just a moment. That's the L, is you want to learn who your target audience is, and you want to start doing lead generation. So I knew that if we started running ads to the group, that we wanted to get people to share with us their email information as they entered the group, so we could put them on our email list. Now, I knew that was absolutely important, and it was going to be is the cornerstone of all of my marketing techniques. It's the most important thing that you could do for yourself as a marketer, as a business owner, is collect those email addresses. Okay. So that was the most important part, is the L. Okay. So then what happened is, about 60 days in. So by the way, so that was like July of 2020 when we started building the Facebook group and growing that email list. Well, pretty soon we had 500 people in the Facebook group. And I told Keith, I said, hey, they don't know me. You're Keith Cerone. You should probably go live. And he said, and I quote, he literally said that he would rather die than go live. He said, I will never go live. So another 60 days after that, and pretty soon, it was July, August, September, October comes around. We finally work up the nerve for him to do his first live stream. and we had 5 items in our show, and guys, it was so crazy. We just had a black, Keith went out and found a black cloth and put it over a table, and he laid out 5 pumpkins that he sells. Now, he sells these on Etsy on his website, guys, but we were trying to see if we couldn't get people interested in buying what he had, and then that way he could just ship them out. So he went ahead and we put just a sticky note. We put number 1 with the dollar amount, number 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, guess what? Not only did we sell everything, we suddenly had a problem. We had a wait list of people who wanted items from the show. Our minds were blown. We were just like, wait, what do we do now? So we waited a couple days and we thought, well, that was pretty fun. We should do that again. So the next show we had like 8 items. Ooh. So we had 8 items. We had 500 people or more in the group. The group was growing. Guys, we sold everything on the table again. So we were like, okay, well, what happens if we get 15 items? Now, the reason we were so hesitant is because we were just starting out with this idea of this working model, and we were just plowing into unknown territory, and we didn't know what was possible. It's almost like we stumbled into it on purpose, on accident, if that makes sense. Like, we knew we wanted to go live. I was pretty sure that if he did, he could sell stuff. But I had never sold like this before. I'd seen QVC do things like this, but to be honest, I had never done it myself, and I didn't know what would happen. So fast forward a couple weeks later, now this is still October of 2020, we ended up doing, we had a table. I said, Keith, just go get 20 items and see what happens. Let's try it again. Well, we had our first full-length featured show, what we're now calling our show, and guys, we sold almost everything on the table again. Well, this kept happening. And so now it has been 4 years now, almost 4 years to the day. In October will be our anniversary of 4 years. And so now we go live every single Wednesday. We have a 1-hour show in a live Facebook group. So you're welcome to join us. We broadcast on the Facebook page of Keith Throwing Glass. And we've been going live for 4 years in a row, like every Wednesday. Every single Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We only miss 2 shows a year, and I make up for them on Thursdays, where Keith gets 2 weeks off. So it has not only become a staple for him, he was able to grow his business, scale, add other employees and contractors on into the brand. Now we've got a presence on Facebook. He's got a website. He's in some galleries. We've got 47,000 people, I think, on the Facebook page. We've got 8,000 in the group, and it just keeps growing and growing. So with no signs of stopping. So that's the kind of selling that I'm talking about today. I do talk about and teach other kinds of models of selling, but just to be 100% clear, that is the one that we're talking about today, is selling not just pumpkins, guys. I want you to take a step back and just realize that as I talk about this stuff today, it doesn't matter to me what it is you're selling as long as people want the item. So drop a comment down below, guys. I know it's kind of early. There might not be very many people on this live stream, but drop a comment down below and let me know what it is that you sell. So if some people might be in skincare, maybe you've got a cream or a lotion or a sleep supplement. Like I was in network marketing for a long time and I loved it. I was in mostly one company in particular. It was health and wellness, but I love network marketing, and I know a lot of network marketers need this skill set that I'm talking about right now. But we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be going over the techniques that are in my book in just a moment. I'm going to be showing you the framework in my book. So far, we've only talked about the L so far of the learning who your ideal customer is, and then doing lead generation. It's a double L, as I like to say. All right, so I'm rocking some Starbucks this morning. And like I always say, some tips, got some coffee, got some tea. All right, so next, guys, I want to transition for just a moment. I want to bring this out of the world of pumpkin, and I want to show you a real world example. Now, you may not know this, but you might be familiar with the Scrub Daddy. All right, guys, if you are not familiar with the Scrub Daddy, it's a type of a sponge that you would use in the kitchen. Okay, now I'm not here to sell you the Scrub Daddy. That's not why I'm showing this to you. But it's a very important piece of what we're going to be talking about today. All right, so you guys have seen it. You guys might already have these at your house. It's a flexi foam type of material, and you can use it at the kitchen sink or cleaning your bathroom. It comes in different colors. It's fun. It's cute, right? The reason that I brought this onto the live stream today, guys, and I want to talk about it, is because it is the most successful QVC product to ever be sold on live television in the history of live selling. Okay, so there are definitely some tips and tricks that the Scrub Daddy people do, and I will break that down in a different video because I've done it before already. It's about a 30-minute video where I'll be showing you real examples of how they use it. But I just want to paint the picture here that it doesn't matter if you're using a $50 or $60 glass pumpkin, or you're selling a $6 Scrub Daddy. The techniques behind the live selling are the same, and it's the same general principle. Now, what I teach specifically is we're not trying to be exactly like QVC when we're live selling, although we do have some overlap on the techniques. I don't advise anybody to actually act like QVC. That's not the point of what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is have each person bring their own personality and grow their own tribe of people on the internet where they can confidently go live in front of a camera and know the right words to say and sell the physical products and do product demonstrations if they need to sell their products. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. So that's our little Scrub Daddy. We'll be referring back to that in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen here in just a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. I'm in my new studio setup today. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me go here. And again, guys, drop a comment down below if you're just jumping on. Let me know what it is that you're selling and who you sell it to. I would love to know that. Oh, okay, here we go. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now, guys. Let me get this off of here. All right. Just give it a second here. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. My trusted website stuff says that you can see my screen. So I'm just going to go kind of high level. Now, this is taken from a chapter from inside of my book, Live Selling Secrets. So it's basically the slides are already done. So I thought it'd be easier to just kind of go through here and show you guys this. So what we're going to do, guys, is just quickly talk about like, what is live selling? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Literally get in front of a camera, whether you're using an iPhone or maybe you're like I'm streaming on a Canon camera in high def here today. And have a setup where I'm actually sharing the Canon and the desktop back and forth. But basically, live selling, you guys, is completely taking over the internet, okay? Now, it has been going on for a long time, especially over in Asia. And, China and Japan have been live streaming and live selling items for a very long time, and much more so than the US. So it's only in the last couple of years that the technology and the idea of live streaming to sell stuff actually has come to America. In fact, there's when I was doing my research for the book here, I found that like people in like China, let's just say let's say this lady owns a watermelon produce, and she owns a field of watermelons. They will go live and they will sell their watermelons from the farm that they work from. There will be people that go live and live stream the sales of a car. There's all sorts of things. It's not just like smaller items like what we might be used to here in the United States. But just look at this statistic right here, guys. Let's see. There was oh yeah, this is a good one. I knew of a lady who was selling $5 jewelry. And again, results are not typical, guys. I'm not saying you're going to make this. but she was the leader in her network marketing company. She's selling $5 jewelry, and she was making over $30,000 a month. Okay, so she was live streaming either every day or every other day, and she was making over $30,000 a month. And I know that because she showed her screenshot in a private group. That's how I know that. And there was another lady that is very impressive. This lady owns a how do I want to say this? She owns a brand with her family, and what they do is they go live every day, and they sell parts to a how do I want to say this? They sell pieces of wreaths. So it's their brand. They basically have a huge warehouse behind them, and it's called Wreaths of Joy, like a wreath that you would hang on a wall. It's called Wreaths of Joy. And what they do is they go live, and they make an item in front of you every single day. Her sons will go live, and they will make a wreath, and then they turn around and sell the pieces of the wreath to you while they're making it. So it's like a live demo, and my understanding is that they make a lot of money. So doing that. So there's all sorts of different wins I've helped people do. I've helped a client make $5,000 in one day, in less than a day. We've gone as high as $37,000 in 1 month has been so far is my record, which I hope to break here soon. I hope to have a $50,000 month for my client. Okay, so what is live selling? So live selling is not just straight pitching. It is like you're offering the item for sale, but you're not just like, hey, buy my item, right? There is a difference on how we approach our audience. And just like I think a lot of us have had experiences on a used car lot before where we feel like, hey, you just want my money. We don't want that. We want to create an environment that the people feel like they are happy and they're happy to be there, like I am here today. I'm sharing value. People might be on, they might not be on. It doesn't matter to me, because I know that the key to being successful, one of my secrets is that you have to be removed from the outcome. Okay. So a lot of people don't like to go live and sell things because they feel like they're going to be salesy. So we're going to be talking more about that today. Okay. But here is part of my secret sauce. I call it the L.I.V.E, live selling method. And it is the intersection of 4 different skill sets. Okay. So part of it is live theater, movie production, organization, and salesmanship and marketing. Okay, so I'll make the screen bigger. So let's take a look at this a little bit closer here. So this is here, let me take a drink. All right, so if you've ever thought about like going live and selling things, you have to have all 4 pieces of these quadrants if you want to be successful with your live stream. If you just have 1 or 2 of them, you could still be a little bit successful, but you're not going to be as polished as you might like to be. Okay, so you want to be organized, right? You want to have your inventory laid out. You want to know the prices and the quantities figured out on your items before you go live. You're going to want to be able to do some marketing to drive maybe some Facebook ads and get some eyeballs on your live stream before you go live. You're going to want to know how to use your cameras in the live theater portion. You want to be able to engage with your audience and be exciting and do some games and shows and a spinny wheel and things like that to keep people excited. And then you have your movie production. Okay. Do you have good lighting? Do you have a camera? Are you live streaming? Do you have co-hosts? Do you have show notes? Like, it's all the 4 of these quadrants broken down together. And the L.I.V.E again stands for learn who your audience is, and you want to invite them. I is invite them to your show. V is victory, means you go live and you start getting sales. That's the whole point. And E is that you finally evolve and expand your sales and you start scaling up over time. That's the L.I.V.E selling formula. All right. So It's like, here's just a list of some of the things you would do as if you were a stage performer, right? Because you're going live and you're selling physical products. Okay. Do you've got some jokes ready? Do you have the right color shirt on? Or do you have a good backdrop, right? Do you, are there any trolls in the comments? What are you going to do when you have trolls? Do you have it all figured out, right? Next, we have movie production. Okay, so this is all the fun stuff. This is the lighting, the sound, the audio, and even I like to throw co-hosts in here too. Are you going to be throwing your streaming signal like I am? I'm going through StreamYard onto YouTube. Are you going to have any of those kinds of things? Are you using extra softwares to help you live sell? Where is your stuff going to be hosted when it's done? Like, we need to have all that figured out. All right, next up is organization. So you want to be on point. Like today, I scripted out what I'm going to talk about in what order. And I think that shows in my quality here today. You want to be organized. You don't want to just go live and be all over the place. It's the worst. It doesn't feel good to you as the presenter, and it definitely doesn't feel good for your audience. You're doing them a disservice, okay? So this has to do with, how many items are you going to have? Do you know the prices, the quantities? When are you going to have the games throughout your live stream? Do you have it all figured out? And also being organized is being able to do the marketing. Did you send out emails and let people know you're going to be live? Did you create an event on Facebook? Did you let people know? Did you send out a text blast? What is it that you're going to let people know, like how to come to your live stream? Okay. So there's no point in having a live stream usually if people don't know that you're going to be going live. So I do cover a couple different strategies in the book. One is how to grow your email list, and one's how to grow your Facebook group. And then we also talk about different kinds of sales that you can have inside of your store. So like, you don't have to just be an Etsy seller, right? So like, you could have a Shopify store and maybe you're going live on TikTok, but you don't know what to say. This would still apply to you. Okay. So now let's talk about the 5 kinds of people usually that have live selling apply to them. Okay. So almost every type of physical product business can benefit from integrating live selling. And there's 5 kinds of businesses generally that could be served. Okay. So the first one is the solopreneur. So someone who's just starting out, or maybe you're network marketing, maybe you've just got a couple items, someone who's always wanted their own business, maybe you're just getting started. And maybe as long as you're not afraid to get in front of the camera, this is for you. All right, next up is the second kind of person who would benefit from live selling is a brick and mortar business. So in other words, a physical location. And you're already selling your physical products. Maybe you're a gift store, maybe you're a clothing store, maybe you're a shoe store like this lady right here, and you just don't know what to say on camera. Maybe you've tried live selling in the past and it just didn't quite work out. It's probably because there was something missing in one of the 4 quadrants that you didn't quite have nailed down. But it's not a problem. If you just close the gap on those 4, then you can have success most likely too. So this would be for you. Okay, next up, we've got small to medium-sized businesses. Maybe you do sell on Etsy. Maybe you are a craft fair goer. Maybe you always rent the booth and have the table somewhere. Maybe you've got earrings and jewelry and different kinds of items. If you're someone, maybe you've got your own website. Maybe you're not on Etsy, but you just like go do that face-to-face kind of stuff, and you just generally want more sales and you're not sure how to be on social media. This is for you. Okay, next we've got medium-sized businesses that may or may not already be using live streaming. You've definitely got your own products that you're selling in your stores, and you want to add live selling on as a competitive edge into your market, in your marketing strategy. This is for you. So I spoke about a company I talked to last year. We didn't get a chance to move forward, but there was a chocolate company that I was talking to. They're very successful. They've already got multiple streams of income. They've got their website. They've got a store that they can walk into, brick and mortar. They've already got their own marketing team, but they're talking about adding live selling as an additional revenue method into their business. So if you're someone like that, this would be for you. All right. And the very final last one that I could think of when I wrote the book, that's supposed to be number 5, is that larger companies who want to create live selling shows to move more of their physical product that you have sitting in your warehouse. So maybe you're a very large distributor of physical goods. Maybe you're a very large sporting goods distributor or something, just for an example. And you're wanting to add live selling into your warehouse. That is actually a whole thing where people go into where we call them the warehouse takeovers. So by the way, if you are that person and you're watching this live stream now or on the replay, just know I am available for hire to come into your store or your warehouse. And you can hire me for a day or a weekend to come in and live sell for you. And we negotiate the pricing on the back. We can talk about that later, but I can do warehouse takeovers, and I can also come to your location and broadcast to your audience for you if that's something that you would like to do. So those are the 5 basic demographic of people that would use live selling. So a lot of people think that live selling is just for the big brands, but because of the internet, guys, the playing field has literally been just flattened. It is even out there. In fact, you guys have an advantage when we're live selling because larger corporations might have a chain of command that they need to run everything by everybody in upper management before they can pivot. Okay, smaller brands have the ability to just pivot all they want, and you have your own ad budget. You can go live whenever you want, and you don't have to feel weird about it. Will I be seen as sleazy like the people in the mall at the kiosks? And my favorite example, no, I do not need to try your sea salt scrub or your weird lotion as I'm walking by. I hate that too. I'm just like you guys. I hate that. I'm walking through the mall and they're like, excuse me, ma'am, can you try this lotion? You need to try this lotion. No, I don't need to try your lotion. They are literally just doing a numbers game at the kiosk in the mall. Okay. We don't want that. We want to show up every week or every day, and we want to attract people to us because they like hanging out with us. It's social selling. Okay. So are you cut out for live selling? Now, this is a good question because I personally believe that not every person is cut out for live selling. I think that many people can learn the skills and many people can, but that's like, for me, it's like saying, is every person a flight attendant? Is every person an actor? Is every person a dentist? No. Should they be? No, not every person should be live selling either. I do look at it like that. But if you're someone who is either gleefully afraid but willing to learn to get in front of the camera, because most people are scared to get in front of a camera, but if you're willing to learn the skill set that's needed, I promise you there's treasures on the other side of it. Okay. You have to be willing to take action, be afraid to look foolish and make mistakes. And like I said, the rewards lie on the other side of that. Now, I will promise you that there will be someone who at some point will show up in your live stream and tell you that you suck and maybe you're dumb and ugly and that you never should have been born. And that is just the part of the rules of the road. I do teach you later in the book how to handle these people. But just know that if you're not taking action because you think it's going to happen, that's a bad way to go, because you are going to have somebody at some point troll you. That's just the way it is. Just like YouTube, right? I've had people be a troll before. It's like, it's not for them. That's okay. Some will, some won't. So what? We just got to be bold and move forward. Okay. So how do I know if people will show up? So you don't. Like today, I'm streaming on a Sunday morning. I'm okay if people don't show up. I know people will catch this on the replay. It's just the way it goes. Okay. So again, the 4 parts of the 4-part formula, L-I-V-E. L is learn who your target audience is and start to do advertising and do lead generation. I is for invite. I invite people to your event. V is for victory. This is what happened when we started going live, and we had the single highest month in second highest month in October. It was October. Maybe it was March. I can't remember which month this was, but this is an actual screenshot from the client. We did $36,740 gross. That wasn't his take home, guys. There was margins on that, but he did $36,000 in 1 month doing live selling. And when we looked at the analytics, he also had a website. So, but it's like 97% of his sales came from the live selling portion instead of his cold market. Okay. So just a little bit of a summary is that QVC, which is the company that goes live and they sell their home goods. In 1986, they are the ones who started all of this for us. And we're able to ride their coattails because everybody around the world now has been conditioned to watch television or broadcasting and actually be conditioned to want to buy from a trusted advisor who's selling them the product. So that, guys, that is the L-I-V-E method. Let's see. All right. I've been going for about 30 minutes now. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are getting value. Let me know what it is you're selling. And also let me know if you've ever used the Scrub Daddy. I would love to know. I actually love this product so much. When I first found out about it, I started buying it in bulk. Can't get enough of it. Pro tip I learned from a TikTok from somebody else or something. Pro tip, by the way, if you use this, what you can do is take a knife and slice it in half, and then you have 2 medium-sized Scrub Daddies. So pro tip, if you're a Scrub Daddy connoisseur like I am, love me some Scrub Daddy. All right, guys. Well, that was my live stream for today. I hope that made sense. Again, the book is on Amazon. It is a thick book, but it has been written as a resource guide. So what we just covered just now in this live stream was basically chapter 1. So if you're interested in learning some of the other secrets, let me get it right on the camera here. It's L-I-V-E. There will be a link in the description down below. It is meant to be a resource guide. It's not meant to be read direct, like front to back. It's got 10 secrets in it. So I have 10 secrets inside of the book. Each secret has its own chapter. And I break down the live selling method and some top secret marketing formulas that will help you. Even if you don't do live selling, but you're doing marketing, this book is for you, actually. And if you want to learn the words of what to say, why to say it, and how to say it, this is literally chapter 10 from the book. This is a little bit less expensive. It's $20 on Amazon. And so this is literally chapter 10. It's a standalone book of its own. And so if you'd like to get this one actually contains the scripts and the words that you would need to say while you're going live. This is the book for you if you want to know literally what to say, why to say it, and how to say it to make more sales. If you want to learn all the other marketing strategies, get the main book. If you just want to learn what to say, you want the blue one, the little blue one here. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming out today. Let me know if you have any questions. And I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream, but I'm going to be going live every day in July. That's my goal. And let me know if you have any questions. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I hope you guys go do something fun. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I will catch you guys in the next one. So take care.